What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Jada Kiss, you know what I mean? Right now with Chris John. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, all my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah!
BTBTV. Chris John, man. Yo, born, let's get him, man. Yeah, right, never off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket and beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all saying. We Kyrie and Kanye. This a boss talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Yeah. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. This not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate. But it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. But we the best, I swear. We the best, I stay up in the mix. A project politics, my mood kinda sick. Name well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people kick dirt on your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick rap's door off, push to shut my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. Jealousy be hitting up in jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned in the whole in pure form like the Pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope, so run and get ghost. We fight good, boxed in like Floyd on the roast. I'm the great black hope.
You know what we do,
man, we the team and they know it coast to coast and it just ain't fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you can be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best. If you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair. BTBTV. Just ain't fair, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Peace.
This is New Jersey's BTBTV. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold 1 second. I'll be right back. My boy Cross up here right now at the Plug Podcast. Hold on 1 second.
Salute everybody. Salute. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, sticky finger salute. So I guess today Born is going to talk about this whole situation with the Young Thug. Yeah, man, we want to see what y'all got to think, dog. Like I said again, Thug said a lot of stuff, and there's more stuff coming out. You got a 21 Savage video, audio. I don't know who dropping these audios, but boy, they tearing them up. Yeah, make sure y'all share this right here.
Yo, y'all definitely share it, man. You know what I'm saying? We back like a crack addict. How my man Cross said. We back like a crack addict.
Facts.
Thank you, baby. And we're about to get right to the nitty gritty, yo. In these cities, we're gonna let them know how we popping it, man. The King New Jersey's BTBTV, we bully the bullies. I'm your honorable host, born divine almighty Allah. Got my brother, the Plug Podcast of here, Cross Your Heart. Y'all make sure y'all show him that love, man. Go on, subscribe to his channel. But yo, let's get to it, Cross, man. Let me ask you a question, bro.
Yes, sir.
What you think about this situation with Young Thug, man?
Well, I think it's one. Again, whoever dropping that audio is a hell of a person. It just, to me, man, it just show you know, from what we used to talk about good rap and what's rap, and these dudes is living this life that they really not living. And it's obvious these dudes just riding around and they rapping and stuff, they ain't trying to go to jail. And to hear the interrogation and him say, here's my number, call me if you got any questions, but don't tell nobody. And then bring up all these other things, and you bring up Roscoe, and you say, well, I don't think Roscoe did it, but I don't want to stop y'all investigation. Like, to me, that's crazy work, bro. I mean, he was in there for about 2 hours. Like, what is you got all that money? First, when they put you in there, man, I need my lawyer, bro.
Right.
I need my lawyer. I ain't got nothing to say. There's nothing to talk about. I don't know what y'all talking about. So, you know, that's just my thing. I just feel like, it's just sad. And then there's another audio that dropped with him and 21 Savage. He talking about COP. And saying we're rapping. My thing is this, man, all of them throwing shade. You got Ralo saying something. Yeah, I mean, you got everybody in the A. Like, they all switching up. And it seemed like
hold on, let that nigga go mouth.
Yeah, and it seemed like to me, the only one that kept it solid is Lucci. If you really ask me, why I say Lucci is the only why I feel Lucci is the only one that kept it solid. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
So it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy work, bro. It don't like, and I think that what it is it's the era where stuff about to end. All that and kids need to realize, and I even told my son this, it's like this, son, it's entertainment. It's like, you know, think about it. When CB4 came out, that's what the new industry is CB4. You know what I'm saying? When Chris Rock did that, it's the new CB4, where everybody automatically is gangster, and they didn't quit gangster, and they done mix gangster and trying to bring street into gangster. But like I tell people, you got an LLC and you out here trying to sell a business. You're not no street dude at that time. You're a businessman. You're supposed to be. You can't mix street with business.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's my thing on that.
And I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like with me, I live by some code, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I believe in, if somebody does something to you, one of your family members, something like that, your brother, your sister, your mama, your kids, the police can't do nothing to them because you ain't gonna feel no vindication from that. You know what I'm saying? I put my life on the line. I do that. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Other people might feel different. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I am a citizen. You know, I do pay taxes.
Right.
Right. Yo, if it came to that, I'm gonna put a dues. When
you gonna protect what's yours.
Right. And I'd rather do it than have the police do it. Because he ain't getting no justice. He getting $3 million in a hot cop.
Right, but a lot, like I said again, a lot of them dudes don't come from the background and how you look at it, and a lot of them, you know what I'm saying. Think about it. I mean, my thing is, anytime you can't take nobody serious, anytime somebody wearing a dress, anyway, bro. He wearing a dress. He calling grown men bae. He doing everything to try to shake up the industry of what they think that's good for him. And then on top of that, the way he spoke on Wayne, it seemed like he was more bitter. The fact that Wayne even told him he was a gangster. And then I thought about it. But Wayne had the car all the way up to the Carter 5. Why would this man, a grown man that didn't talk to this man, come behind him and want to make the Carter 6? He said, I was going to do the Carter 6 through the 10. He was like, but why would you do that? Why didn't you just come out with your own stuff? Like he said, he really, I think he seeked the approval. Then he turned on and said he didn't even want to deal with Birdman. I mean, like all the stuff you telling these people that I guess supposedly you don't know, but you obviously do know because you hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Shit crazy, bro. It's crazy work.
And then another thing I was thinking about too, I was like, now we got him. We got what's his boy name? Gunna. Anyway, I said, "Oh, Gunna and snitch." Gunna said, "YSL's a gang, and they sold drugs and they kill people." He said it.
Right.
So he snitched too. All these dudes are snitches. They're rats. They're bona fide rats, bro. Let's
Well,
keep it
and
real.
that's just like with Gunna, right? With Gunna came out and said it, right? So that's when Young Thug called him a rat. Okay. But he failed to realize, and he didn't say that he told his brother, I forgot his brother name that just got out of prison.
Salute, Matt Miller.
Mac Miller, salute. So yeah, so that's my thing. So his brother took the same plea deal that Gunna took. So why didn't you call your brother a rat? Then he said, well, the reason why is because my mama didn't want both of us in jail. But then wouldn't that be the same for somebody who take a plea deal? So I don't get that. Like I said again, all of it is not confusing. It's just sad that, you know, these kids my thing is these kids are caught up in this fantasy, bro. And they're
Yeah,
thinking that they're gangster and what they rapping about and not really knowing that some of these dudes is just trying to seek more attention than anything.
fact. Yo, Matt Miller, what you think about the situation?
RatLanta? Yo, man, Pimp C spoke about it, man, years ago, man. It wasn't just the gay shit. Niggas ain't holding it down like it's supposed. But I don't know, man. Like, why do all these guys think it's okay to talk in the interrogation room? I don't get it. I don't see
Right.
the. You know what I mean? Like,
I
why
mean,
are you even saying anything?
well, even
But
when you listen to the audio, when they ask him, you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. And he said, do you understand that? He said, yeah. And they said, okay, just initial understand. He said, well, I ain't writing my initials on nothing, but I understand. So I don't want my name on nothing. It's like, what? Like, bro, like that's right there in the right to remain silent. Man, I mean, you got money. I guess, did he have money at that time? Yeah, he did, because he was hanging
Yeah,
out with them. So
yeah.
what was your lawyer at? Like, you ain't even supposed to say nothing, bro.
yeah, I
That's
know. Like,
tough.
Salute, Monique.
he's just blabbering all types of shit. I'm like, damn.
Monique
And
Hill, salute, Queen and Peace, sis.
niggas is defending it like it's not telling. It's like people are saying
But
because
yo,
he didn't write nothing
yeah,
down.
yeah. But yo, yeah, think about it. All them dudes are telling from Atlanta. We got Young
All of
Thug,
them.
we got Gunna, we got Ralo.
Right.
RatLanta.
Yeah,
RatLanta.
you got Gunna right now. You got Gunna, not Gunna ain't saying that, but you got Rollo throwing shots, Pee Wee Roscoe throwing shots. You got Young Thug, and now you got COP involved in it because he brought up P and said something about P, and he was talking to 21 Savage, and then it came out that it was a phone call that came out with 21 Savage explaining to Thug like you got it wrong. He said, yeah, I know. And he was talking about I guess he had told Lil Baby or something, allegedly told Lil Baby. So Lil Baby, I guess Lil Baby stopped following him or something, or he stopped following Lil Baby because they was all falling out because I guess Thug said something about COP. It's crazy.
And then you gotta think about it. And it's not just Thug, it's just not
Stony
Lil
Ski,
Baby.
salute.
Yo, we got Alpha Mega, he ratted. We got T.I. that ratted.
Yeah,
All these dudes took stands, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to come down the whole South, but
right,
as I was saying, when I was in the feds, a lot of South niggas told. Everybody
right,
tell. But it was like a lot more South niggas that told because they wasn't used to getting caught up in all that stuff. Most of the
right,
South niggas, when they was hustling back in the day, it was quiet, it was under the radar, they didn't get caught. Most of the South niggas got caught was the South niggas that moved from North Carolina or the South to New York or Jersey. And then they got caught with federal indictments. When they was in the South, they was making their money, but they was getting caught. They was on the low.
right. And the difference was the laws, like we all say, like for example, DC. DC always been a federal state, so most people
Uh-huh.
that get caught up, they automatically go into the feds versus here. So therefore, the state laws is much stricter, and then they can be able to bend the rules or make the rules the way they want to. It's just, to me, is the fact that, man, you bringing up and said, like I said, with the Roscoe thing, and then Roscoe after that go to jail, but he said Thug was the only one that kept it solid. So I was like, well, how did he keep it solid? Because you hear it on the audio that he just said that I don't think he did it, but I don't know, and I don't want to stop your investigation. Like, that's crazy. I'd have been like, man, my homeboy would have never done nothing like that.
Yeah, hold on. Matter of fact, if we talk about, let's listen to Young Thug, what he said.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh, we got my boy SV Twiz in the house, the Hub blogger. Let's go.
Salute, Hood.
War salute.
Let's go.
Salute.
Avery.
Salute.
What's up,
Salute.
Neck Missile? What's up with y'all? Let's get it.
You already know. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the business right now. Y'all check this out, yo. This is Young Thug right here, y'all.
You got to mute up, boy.
Man, Officer Thug is at it. He might have been snitching. Yo, Sarat. See, I got to.
In other news, Pennsylvania residents are going to be happy to hear this. It just came out. There's a new website where any Pennsylvania resident.
Theory. Not only is this, karma and justice for Gunna, I wonder how many people knew this already. Maybe Gunna already knew about this, because you got to think about it. If you ever been in a court case, I'm not saying I have, but anyway, when there's multiple people involved in the case, they sit y'all down separately.
Yeah.
And they trying to think of anything to get you to flip on your people. So I can see them playing recordings for Gunna saying, you gonna risk your career for him? Listen to this. We got him talking. He's snitching on you. He's snitching on all of y'all. You gonna hold it down for him? Gunna and a few other people might have already heard these recordings. Then it make me think about why Thug got out of jail and he was on probation, but he on Twitter talking about, I ain't a rat, and deaf to rats. And if you a rat, go to church and do gospel. Maybe he was trying to cover this up early. And so if it came out, people would say, oh man, Young Thug was looking out for his homeboys. He not a snitch. That's Mr. Deaf to the snitches. But it didn't work. Or maybe some people knew about it and they was giving him pressure, giving him smoke behind the scenes. And that's why he trying to do the most on Twitter, constantly talking about snitches. But you can't be recorded or have any evidence of you talking to the police and then call yourself Mr. Stand-Up Street Man who always holding it down for the streets and you'll never break the code. It's looking like you broke the code multiple times. You was just a habitual code breaker. And let's be honest, what can y'all expect from a dude who was wearing dresses and skirts and halter tops? I'm being real with y'all. But y'all want to keep saying these dudes is real because they can pick up a gun and they can get tattoos on their face and they lived in the hood. And I'm not saying he wasn't involved in street stuff and all of this other stuff, but his pedigree is starting to speak for itself. Yeah, you might have been in the streets and you might have been with the guns and y'all might have committed some crimes, but that don't mean you was a real quote unquote stand-up street dude willing to hold it down, never talk to the police. You obviously flexible with the dresses and everything else. So why y'all wouldn't think he was flexible with the streets? And shout out to Gunna just holding it down, staying quiet, not mentioning anything, because he probably knew the truth was going to come out sooner or later. I saw some people saying, maybe YFN, Lucci, and some other people might be involved with all of this stuff coming out. Regardless, Young Thug just looked like an idiot.
Check out this screenshot of my credit score. Just a few months ago, it was in the low 500s. That all changed when I found this little known loophole in the credit system that increased my credit score by.
You cannot be screaming and talking so loud about snitching, and then people got you on multiple recordings, bro.
Yeah, hold up. Now we're going to go to Young Thug testified. Young Thug on Snitcher interview. Here we go, right here, y'all. This is fair use. Let's get to it, yo.
Honestly, I don't know who the f did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block, I don't wanna like block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. And knowing Roscoe, man.
Politic, man. Jeff, clean as Listerine, man. Clean as Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we say the Wayne Carter. What's wrong with you?
After a new leaked video of Young Thug's interrogation back in 2015 went viral online, the YSL rapper finally spoke out about it. But to understand Young Thug's reaction, it's important to hear where Young Thug snitches on Pee Wee Roscoe.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what? That was so weird. Now, to us. Honestly, I don't know who the f did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block, block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. And knowing Roscoe, man, screw that. I'm like, you right, bro? But I don't know, because every day, bro. Wow, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
A tweet would go viral reading, Young Thug came out of jail, burnt down bridges, released zero good music, then just got exposed for being a rat. Tough scenes. As DJ Academics would then later speak on the situation, revealing the truth, as the rap industry is split down the middle if this is actually considered snitching or not.
If you ask me that somebody we like snitch, no snitch. Somebody we don't like, all right, we're going to look into it. That's how it goes. The first rule of did somebody snitch?
All right, now what y'all think about that, man, so far that we get into? I got SV Twiz, I got the Plug Podcast across your heart. Let's get to it, man. Twiz.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, so what make it the worst about that, for one, like we talked about earlier, a lot of these, when we say rappers, I gotta say these sound rappers, these millionaire rappers, I don't look at them serious like when they be doing all that street stuff. And secondly, I never looked at definitely Young Thug serious. I'm surprised so many people looked at him like that. They don't understand that. They don't understand that money give you fake power. You dig what I'm saying? We didn't see it happen with people like 6ix9ine. I could have 20 million right now and recruit people from all over the city, people I never knew, and have them on all different type payrolls. They gonna do whatever. But my whole thing with this is, the thing about Thug is he was talking so heavy after he had got out of the, you know what I'm saying, out the jail, where as far as the trolling and putting rat emojis up for this person, talking crap about the DA. He literally is he's a fool. Because regardless of whatever Gunna did, like the boy said, at least he stayed quiet throughout the whole situation. So with him sitting around and talking crazy and trying to make it like he this, he that, that's even crazier. But what shocked me the most is that 2-hour investigation, that was already documented. They was talking about that when he was in jail. They talked about that because they asked him about the Lil Wayne bus shooting and all that stuff. That's already all on that. It's all in that paperwork. So it's just, I guess it just hit different that they hear the actual voice. But a lot of people overshadowed that, like they do, like we talked about before. When it comes to rappers, they get more slack than the person that is really in the streets. Like a rapper could do some foul stuff like, oh no, that's fashion, or oh no, he ain't tell, he just did this. So you know, it is what it is. But you know, I think it's going to end up looking worse, because if you look at it, they did it to the Chicago guys first. Whether it was body cam footage, whether it was this person saying this in jail, or this person got him saying. So I think they're going to get more of the audio out, and you know, who knows, they might put most of the interrogation out. They did it with Lil Woody.
Yeah. And what I want to say is, what I'm thinking about too is all this information that's supposed to be private in the police department. Do they understand they can get people killed from leaking this stuff too?
It's public document. No, it's not private.
No,
It's public.
well,
It's
but I see
public
what you say.
information. That's why, like, yeah.
No, you're right. No, it's public information. My thing is this: you got to remember, just like we know, the government plays a crazy game. You got to remember, they thinking that they're winning in the game, but they're just the chess pieces. That's it. They just the pawns in the game. So when they get tired of you and they saying you ain't gonna play ball, because like the one dude said, and like Twiz was saying, I feel like he was trying to play the mind trick, coming out saying, and going at the DA and all that, and they're trying to make it theatrics, because I felt like at that point he was cool with, to me, seemed like he was just cool with them, and he's playing a game so he can get people to make it believe, like you said, make the kids believe and everybody believe that, man, you know what, man, I'm still sticking to the code. They did me wrong and all this other stuff, and they got me on probation. I feel like this probation now is a contract job work, because you got to check in for the next 10 years. See what I'm saying? You still got to go and meet up with these people. What are these people going to talk to you about? Where you got to meet at? What, you know what I'm saying? Who are you? It's just a lot of stuff, bro. But that conversation, like Twiz said, him being in there for 2 hours, getting something to eat. Everybody know what that means. You getting something to eat. You complaining about the food. Like, that's crazy.
But yo, we ain't just gonna stop. We ain't gonna just stop at. We're not just gonna stop at Young Thug right now. We hit Young Thug. Now let's go to our favorite rapper, T.I. RatLanta, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize who that is?
Yeah, that's Phil. Oh, that's his body.
In 34A.
Yeah, that's the entry wound.
And that's a picture of Falant with the bullet hole in his head?
Yes, it is.
And that's the bullet hole that you described to the jury as being in his temple on the left side?
Yeah.
How did Falant's family find out about his death?
I told him. I called his mom first, then I told his cousin. I told his little girl.
How old was his little girl?
His daughter was 4 years old at the time. Five years old at the time.
And how did you tell his daughter that her father was dead?
He's in a better place and he won't be coming back. And I told him how much he loved her.
And how did you tell his mom that her son was gone?
Well, first I apologized. I apologized because, I felt that, all of those rounds were fired for me, in my opinion. So I apologized to her at first. And then I told her what happened to the best of my knowledge. And I told, I didn't get to really say much after that. There wasn't much else to say.
Yeah, hold on, we gotta hear the full version of it. Here we go, yeah.
Exclusive.
Because now I'm kind of, I guess, more fiscally responsible.
Right.
At this point in my life.
In the early mornings on a Wednesday in 2006, Clifford T.I. Harris and Falant Big Phil Johnson was at Club Ritz, a nightclub in Roseland, where T.I. was having an after party. The fight started when Jose Thomas allegedly was hit in the head with a liquor bottle for trying to get into the VIP area reserved for the rapper and his entourage. After the skirmish in the parking lot, Thomas later jumped into the passenger seat of his brother's car, and they began chasing T.I.'s vans. Leaning out of the window to fire shots at the vehicles while an unidentified person in one of the vans returned fire. The gun battle continued on the city streets and ended with Johnson being shot in the head and 3 others in the vans sustaining non-life-threatening wounds. 3 miles of I-75 were closed for 7 hours as police secured the crime scene, which consisted of 2 vans belonging to T.I. The 2 suspects, which were brothers, were later captured and locked up. T.I. Clifford Harris testified at the trial of Jose Thomas, explaining to the judge and jury exactly what happened the day his best friend died.
State's Exhibit 34K.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize who that is?
Yeah, that's Phil. Okay. Oh, that's his body.
And 34A.
Yeah, that's the entry room.
And that's a picture of Fallant with the bullet hole in his head?
Yes, it is.
And that's the bullet hole that you described to the jury as being in his temple on the left side?
Yeah.
How did Fallant's family find out about his death?
I told him. I called his mom first, then I told his cousin.
Yeah, scared of Jeff. Look at him.
How old was this little girl?
His daughter was 4 years old at the time. 5 years old at the time.
And how did you tell his daughter that her father was dead?
He's in a better place and he won't be coming back. And I told him how much he loved her.
And how did you tell his mom that her son was gone?
Well, first I apologized. I apologized because, you know, I felt that, you know, all of those rounds were fired for me, you know, in my opinion. So I apologized to her at first. And then I told her what happened to the best of my knowledge. And I told, you know, I didn't get to really say much.
Well, this most recent incident, it came from an attempt that was made on my life, and my best friend died in my arms, and that kind of caused a state of depression, paranoia.
All right, child. Well, y'all heard T.I. talk. What y'all think, man?
Everybody that's from the streets don't mean that they street ninjas. You dig what I'm saying? Like T.I., you could just hear how he talked. He was already at that level of growth. So I've never once ever looked at him like when we talk about like Thug, somebody like Thug is somebody that's out known, you know what I'm saying? He made it known that nigga, I'm with this gang, that these, you know what I'm saying, we street. So he carried that demeanor. T.I. outside his music, all his interviews and how he talked, it was always like that. It was more so like he wasn't on no Jeezy type stuff. Like Jeezy was a guy from Atlanta that was always, when he talked like, yeah, I'm this top street guy. I'm this. Before, you know, I came in the game, I already had bricks and stuff like that. So that was the energy that he put out. But T.I. just, you know, he's just somebody from the hood, but he really lived a life of a civilian. You know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, regardless, even people question that, was he really from Bankhead and stuff like that. I don't know the full story, but
he's not from Bankhead. He's from Riverdale.
Yeah, so
I know that because I lived in Atlanta.
Like Twin said, it's just at the end of the day, that's the thing. The biggest thing is letting these kids know entertainment is entertainment, bro. It's WWE. That's why most rappers, when they get in there, they say, hey, man, it's just like wrestling. Because you're assuming the one of the most gangsters person you dealing with, hey, you know, like what's that one dude, the one rapper that I forgot his name, he used to play for the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of rappers that's out here I mean, again, it's entertainment. If they grew up around people that's been entertaining, they know how to do it. They're perfecting the character. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's how I look at it.
And now we got another Atlanta nigga, Alpha Mega, T.I.'s old bodyguard rapper. Here we go. We doing the RatLanta Olympics. You know what I'm saying? The RatOlympics. So let's just go and hear what he had to say.
Hey, what's saying? This is your boy Alpha Mega. You know, looking a little rough today, but dudes ran up on me with the camera. They want me to give it to y'all, rough, rugged, and raw. Basically, I told y'all from the beginning when I first did the first interview with allhiphop.com, I ain't never snitched on nobody. I ain't no snitch. I don't work for the DEA and none of that. But I also said I don't lie on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't pay attention. They read, but they don't understand. They hear, but they don't listen. You feel me? So basically, I'm here to clear up all the rumors and get it right. Since y'all wanna put it out there and get it right, let's get it right now. For one, the attorney Dwight Thomas, he didn't represent nobody on nothing, like going against nobody on that. That'd have been a conflict there. He couldn't have represented me and his client. It's, the same attorney that T.I. got. Another thing was, dude never had a heroin case. Dude had a cocaine case, So I know whoever sent that document out, it was somebody typed it up from something, they put something together. But I'm basically gonna give y'all the real deal, how it was. I didn't know Ali, don't know Ali to the day. On some real, never did any business with Ali, and he know this. Wallahi. Dude know, there's somebody that he know that I know. Came to me with something, they had something on me, you know what I'm saying? And we want to hear a say on that, what it is, or who it was. But they put the pressure on me, and it wasn't the government, it wasn't nobody like that. They put the pressure on me to basically lie on this dude. It was up to me to either play the hand I was dealt or fold. If I play the hand I dealt, I'm looking at 30-40. You feel what I'm saying? If I fold, I mean I'm still in the game. So I went ahead on and folded. And from the time I did it, I was remorseful about it. Like it hurt me because basically I ain't snitched on the dude. I lied on this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like didn't know this dude.
All right, Joe. Hold on. What's the difference of snitching or a dude, lying on a dude, getting him locked up? Ain't that still snitching?
Well, I mean, basically what he's saying is no, it's telling because you lied on him, you told on the man and made up a lie. That's even worse.
That's
Yeah,
worse.
that's even
That's
worse.
worse, nigga.
Yeah,
That's worse.
that's
Yo,
worse to snitch on a dude. But the story be so good that they believe that, like, that's crazy.
Your twins. Yo, come on, I know we from back east, bro. Come on, you lying on a dude, saying a dude had drugs. That's worse than just snitching on a dude that you did business with. You don't even know this guy.
That's the lowest form. That's horrible, bro. And it's crazy because it happened all the time. Where it's like that. It's just like a person that how many people that went down for whether it was shootings and stuff or a robbery because it was a live person that either pointed them out in the lineup and they didn't do it and really came to court and testified like, oh, I think that's him. That's like the movie. What's that joint called? Hurricane, like the joint with them. That be crazy.
Moving
Bro. It
Hurricane
really be
Carter.
happening. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, hold on. But here's the dude that Alpha Mega snitched on right here. Check this out. This is Ali from RatLanta.
Feds DVD. Here with my man Ali in the heart of Atlanta.
Fair use.
What's going on, homie?
Ain't that much. Just hanging out.
As for those that don't know, let them know who you are and where they might have seen your name or heard your name from.
A.K.A. Ali. Played ball at Mars Brown. Little college, little pro basketball. Known around the city for playing hoops.
This is a Hood Affairs exclusive.
Other than that, that's about it. And then, I had a few incidents. Hanging out, wrong crowd, got in a little trouble. And a couple guys, when I was got in trouble, the feds kind of, had a little conspiracy going on with the little Nicky Club. I was on a big conspiracy case with Nicky Club, and Gentleman Club about 96, 95, and had one trial, got acquitted on the first trial.
Fair use,
Then
fair
the
use.
feds tried me again on the same charge. But what they did, they brought more co-conspirators in there to say that I was already a drug dealer. So, and that's how I started. So, go back to court. And this guy named I don't even know his name, but
I'll say it for the people.
Okay, I don't know his
For those that
name.
don't know, this is
Cedric Zealous by AK. I know him by Cedric Zealous. During the trial, he comes up and said that I sold dope to him in 95.
This is a Hood Affairs exclusive.
Never seen the guy before. If I walk around in front of me there, I wouldn't know him. Until recently, a friend of mine, she told me that I was on the internet, and I just want to clear the record. So, because I feel that everybody should know who's a snitch and who's not a snitch. So when you walk around Atlanta with your chest poked out, I think you need to think twice of who you walking with, because who you may be walking with may be the feds. So you better watch out.
On the way, got it on the paperwork. He says that you sold him some ounces of cocaine. He ran through that. You sold him some more. He ran through that, got some more, and then tried to see who it was that you was getting with.
Well, that's what he said. I don't know the man from Eve. If he knew me, when his prosecutor Janice Gordon asked him to identify what we did, I give you the whole scoop. This is what we did. I told my lawyer, the white Tony, that I didn't know that guy. So this is what happened. We switched seats. Instead of me being in the witness seat, I'm in the attorney seat. And the white is in the. So when he come up and she asked him to identify the guy you testifying against, he stands up and he trying
this
to point.
This is a Hood Affairs exclusive.
She said, "Can you? Is he in this courtroom?" And he said, "Yeah." And then she said, "Ask him something. What's wrong with him?" So he faked like he had a stomach, something wrong with his stomach or something. But my attorney said, I had 3 attorneys. Another attorney said, "No, he need to identify him now." So if he can't identify him, then how can he testify on if he don't know? But he just said the man sold dope. So if I sold dope to you, you gonna know.
Especially more on several occasions.
Yeah, you just said so. If you ain't even got to stand up, you can point me out just like the last 2 defendants who got on the witness stand and say I sold dope, which was irrelevant because I never sold dope to him. But the point is, he got on the stand and just literally just lied and said that he bought dope for me. I don't know him. Like I said, I don't know him. So they faked the injury. Prosecutor Janice Gordon, Laura Slag, and Mark Price, all of them in cahoots together. They wanted me to tell on somebody else, but I don't play that game. So that's how I got in this situation. But nevertheless, so we faked the injury. The nurse comes in. The judge asks me, "Is he all right?" Then we go, judge want a 5-minute recess until he can be able to talk. So get the 5-minute recess. During that 5-minute recess, Laura Slag, she leaves the courtroom. I told Dwight, my attorney, I said, "Man, she finna go down. That man can identify me now. I'm trying to tell you, need to follow her out of this courtroom, and wherever she going, somebody need to track her." And he brought it to the judge, Attorney Judge Clarence Cooper, brought it to his attention, told him, say, "You need to have everybody stay in the courtroom." She said she got to go to the restroom.
This is a Hood Affairs exclusive.
Nevertheless, she goes down in the DA office. So when she goes down there, she's going to the Marshall holding cell. My attorney sitting outside the door. She didn't go inside the door. She was just sitting out there making sure that's where she went. So during this time, it's about the 5-minute recess. Some guys were sitting down in the Marshall holding cell. As they were sitting there, they noticed a female officer, DA agent, walk by the cell block. And during that time, she goes into the cell block. It's 2 guys in there, Cedric Zealous and Cedric Alfred. Cedric Alfred is the legitimate guy that I know from high school. So I know him. But Cedric Zealous, I ain't never seen that guy. So that's the one that faked the injury. Came, so she came and showed him on. She had two pieces of a photo of him, my co-defendant Chris McCurry and me. She said, "Now this the one I want you to testify on."
What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that right there, man?
Yeah, all this is crazy work.
Bruh. This is in the 90s, bruh. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story. I might have said it before, right? So I was in Decatur. I was running security for this club in Decatur called Dreams ATL, right? And got into a little scuffle. We beat a couple of niggas up. And niggas screaming BMF. I ain't know them niggas, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this was like 2004. I ain't know these dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I go into the club. The dudes pointed me out to somebody, right? It was a police officer that was on duty standing there. They pointed me out to the police officer. The police officer said, that's what happened. I told him what happened. 10 minutes later, they called me back outside again. They're like, yo, big dude want to see you. I'm like, who's big dude? You know what I'm saying? I don't know this nigga. The nigga named Flay. He's from New York. And he's a party promoter out there in Atlanta, right? He said, yo, big dude want to see you. Like, who the hell is big dude? Well, big dude is being Big Meech, right? So I go out there, and Meech was like, he's like, oh, yo. He was like, yo, I just talked to your cousin. I'm like, my cousin, nigga. He's like, yeah, Super Ali, your cousin, right? I'm like, yeah, that's my cousin. How you know my cousin? He's like, man, that's my man. They both had the same connector at the time, you know what I mean? So I told the nigga, slapped my hand. He had a rolled up ball of money. I didn't know how much it was. I know he slapped my hand, rolled a ball of money. He's like, yo, come show us. Now your cousin be here in a minute. So I go to the bathroom. Cause you know what I'm saying? When mother threw you a big roll of money like that, you want to see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there enough money for me not to go to work tonight? Man, he gave me $5,000 just so I could chill with him, and he apologized to his homeboy, told his homeboy to get me a bottle. He's like, what you drinking? Like, I'm drinking Henny, man. He's like, nah, man. He's like, give me a bottle of Louis 13. I don't know nothing about Louis 13, but I know that shit was good as hell, smooth as a mother, real talk. But homeboy that was with Big Meech and them, he pointed me out to the cops that was working in the front, yo. This is Atlanta. So that's why I said, man, with them Atlanta dudes, you gotta be careful, man, because they will line you up to get you taken up out of there, get you in cuffs, bro.
Ain't little Woody walking around free as a bird, walking around like nothing can happen.
Little Woody just went at Young Thug. Said, you talking about me? You a rat too.
What people got to remember is, once it's publicly said, if a person is dealing with a case, it don't matter if they just a regular street guy or rapper. Once that person is going to the internet and they sit up there saying, yo, he grabbed it, whether you show the whole paperwork or whatever it is, right then and there, that just shows you the action of how that person feels. Because for real, when stuff happened to people that allegedly told, it be amongst the people that know. Like for instance, if it's like a mob back in the day and they find out somebody is touched, they not sitting around talking about it. They gonna find out amongst each other, play it off like it's cool, and do what they feel as though needs to be done. So it's already past. It's already past the rant era now. Like between these rappers, it's a lot more regular street guys that's on all types of paperwork that people know, and some of them guys will still knock you down. So it's like right now, it's just like it's not no surprise that nobody ratting these days, especially these public figures.
Yeah, I feel like this. I think the reason why ain't nobody saying nothing, because when you take a look at it, they all did it. That's how they all know. It's almost like they all go to the same building. You know what I'm saying? They all talk to the same ones, and they all know. So therefore, they're gonna take up. They're gonna. What's up with you, man?
They're gonna take up for everybody. So you say they're gonna take up for the people because they don't want people to know that there's a bunch of rats running around RatLanta for the RatOlympics. So now we got Ralo right here.
You mean Ratlo?
Ratlo. Yeah, Ratlo. Here we go.
Shout to do the talking.
That make me feel good just hearing your voice, bitch. I still love you. How the brother?
Alhamdulillah. You know, I can't complain. I'm out here still deaning, still keeping it solid, you know.
I like that. You're supposed to forever do that, Jay. So, if I was to take acceptance of responsibility for the accusations that
Hold on, let me stop you right there. It ain't an accusation. It's in black and white, bro. I'm reading your lawyer pleading on your behalf, trying to get this record sealed because of this information that you gave. It's you saying that you never said that you didn't do it, but you had me believing for 5 years that you kept it solid, dog. And in the paperwork, it say that in 2 months, y'all got locked up in April. In June 6th, you gave a profit and you gave up information. You gave them folk the code to your phone and let them review it in your presence. That's what the paperwork say.
I ain't opposed to that. Long him. The documents that you see is from a prosecution misconduct.
But okay, but so if you saying that you gave them just the phone information because you knew nothing was in the phone, what about this shit on page 12, line 12 and 13, where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine, he knows about shootings, and the marijuana, where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine, he knows about shootings and the marijuana. That's what the transcript say.
Okay, I'm not opposition to that. Listen, when you go in there, they ask you other questions. I made my presentation. They started asking other questions.
You know the code though. That's what I'm saying. You know the code. You ain't supposed to have no meeting with them folks in the first place.
Queen, I was presented a situation that other I just only reason why you know about this is because of the prosecution misconduct hearing. All these rappers pay that money to get out of jail.
But we ain't derailed.
Yo.
Yo. He told her something stupid like
he's pleading his case.
He's a
What you say, Ray? What you say, Cross?
He's pleading his case, dog. Them prophets be having them boys shook up, boy.
Yo, Twez. Is this Ryan right here too? Or it's not Ryan? He's pleading his case.
Not only is it Ryan, bro. The whole thing is this. I don't know. I like, bro. You know how they be like, when you was a kid and your parents tell you the stove is hot, but you go touch it anyway. That first time you might burn your hand, but how many times is you doing it? I don't feel none of them type people get no type of leeway, bro. When it come to when you was out here and it was popping, that you threw it in the internet face all day. I'm getting all this money. Yeah, I do the dog food. I got rid of the dog food. This and that. And then he was calling out other rappers. Like I really think that they was about that, and they wasn't even about that. So my whole thing is, when you do throw it out there and you make yourself hot, when you get booked, what you scared for? What you think that's not going to never happen? You think you above getting the book? Just like Cross was talking about earlier with people like El Chapo and all of them, people that really have power. If they getting booked, you think you're not going to eventually deal with that? And those be the type of guys that it's cool, it's rolling when it's flowing, but if you tug on somebody or you gonna fold in that for that situation, if you're in a situation and you tied up and your life really on the line, who knows what you would give up? I'm talking about somebody really got you in the basement somewhere, tied up, and talking about I'm going to get rid of this person, that person. I'm going to tear everything apart so you tell me what I need to know. Them people they're going to give up that information. That's why it's not enough people out there. That's why all these so-called gangsters, they don't never be keeping it real with the kids. They be so busy trying to defend the fake name that they trying to hold on to instead of letting them know. it was real in there. Even when Ralo came home from jail, he was talking like he was still the man in jail. That's why I only listen to people for entertainment. But I do respect the people that come home from jail, but tell them like, yeah, this was like that. I was really scared on this block, or when this went down, bro. It'd be too many Supermen out here.
Yeah, man. Keep it funky, man. Keep it real. These niggas want to say all this shit
Facts.
and then want to put God behind the lie and all that after. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yo, when he said that, I know Twiz was sick on his stomach.
No, that don't mean nothing to me. I look at everybody the same, man. I ain't one of them type guys just because he's Muslim. Listen, I'm from Philly. That Muslim stuff, it only gets you so far at the end of the day. I got people that I got love for that's more genuine, that's not Muslim, than some of the
Oh
Muslims that
no.
I know.
Hold on, I want to show you something. I'm about to pull it up right now. I want y'all to see this. This is all the rat informants of Atlanta right here. Check this out, y'all.
Informant, Rat Low,
Nah,
informant.
Rat's not no informant.
Yeah,
Stop
a
it.
Rat, Woody, Rat, Duke, Rat, Gunna, Sergio wanna tell it, Rat, Money,
Did you
Rat,
say Sergio wanna tell
Money,
it?
Rat, Booker. You understand me? What's the other one? The Mice Nietzsche, cause he laying beside him. You understand me? Mice Burger. You understand me? What's the other? Then you got Mice, QC, all them niggas together, man. All them niggas together, all of them together. QCP, all of them, they all together. The whole rat camaraderie, man. I ain't never laying beside a dog, man, with Rat, informant, Rat Low,
Nah,
informant.
Rat's not no informant.
That's a lot of popular niggas is telling, bro.
That's the whole Atlanta. Who they leave out? T.I.? T.I.?
They left out T.I. They left out Alpha Mega. They left out what's that nigga that snitched on Big Meech from Atlanta name? What's his name and shit? Hold on, I'll find out for you right now. Right now. Omari. His name was Omari.
Yeah.
That's what. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Omari ran on Big Meech. I'll tell you right now.
Omari. These niggas put all this shit in the music. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. How you gonna put all?
His name is Omari McCree. He did not. They say he not tell him BMF family. Rather, he was a high-level distributor for the friendly organization who was exposed when a low-level dealer named Giancarlo Hoskins informed authorities about him. Hoskins' information obtained through a wiretap led to enforcement to identify McCree as a key figure in the BMF cocaine network.
Damn.
Omari Old Dog McCree.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what it says. Amari Old Dog McCree. He snitched the whole BMF. That's who got Big Meech caught up. Him and Southwest T got Big Meech caught up. And Omari McCree, Old Dog, he's an Atlanta native. They're told. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying the whole South is rats, but Atlanta got a rat problem.
You said they got
They need an exterminator.
Yeah.
It's I think the streets period. You know what I mean? It's just knocked off. It's just that Atlanta, Atlanta had the ball for a while, music wise. So now it's just a lot. They got a heavy fan base out of Atlanta. You know what I mean? So it's like between like Atlanta and Chicago.
Well, you got to remember too, Atlanta was never known as anything street. Atlanta was known as the booty shaking city. You know what I'm saying? It's known as, like all that stuff. So it wasn't, snap your fingers and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. That's usually what it was. I mean, you had certain parts. You know what I'm saying? And up there, but my whole thing is this.
Yo,
At the end of the
Brick
day,
City Touch, salute, bro.
yeah, it's all a myth, bro. It's just all, that's just what it is. Like the streets been a myth. Most of these dudes do tell, when you see them, we all know that growing up. If you seen a dude that he didn't go lay down and all of a sudden he coming right back out, more than likely he said something. More than likely, you just don't go in there and commit a serious crime and then turn around and get out. You just don't do that.
That nigga went in there and preached to the prosecutor, the judge. The judge had to smack him and shut him up. God damn, nigga, that's all we need. I got it.
I'm just saying, like, even when Thug told him that he can give them his phone number, at that point, I feel like you gave him consent just to track you alone. You tell somebody, well, you call me at any time. Well, you giving consent to use your phone number. And it's like, bro, why would you do that? Why would you hand somebody your telephone and then say, don't tell nobody that I gave it to you? Like, what?
Oh man, here's my personal line. Call the bat line.
Call my personal line. The bat line is my trap. You call the personal line though, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. But then no one kills me though, y'all. Is we hear people like Whack 100, DJ Academics. What's that fat boy from No Jumper? The black one. What's his name? The African nigga from
You talking
Alaska.
about Flocko? I ain't gonna hold
Flocko.
you. Flocko turned it up on YouTube. I just can't stand, as a person, bro. Like, this whole joint be hurt. Like, that's the definition of when a geek in a position. You know, he was the guy that got picked on. Like, bro be talking crazy. Like, and same thing with academics. You know what I mean? Academics is like, I on some road rap, people might think I'm tripping, bro, but academics is more of a culture vulture to me than somebody
Vlad.
actually like than
Vlad.
like Vlad or Adam 22. Because if you really pay attention, if you had it's no way you had a certain age group and your whole hip hop history start from Chicago drill. That means a person in his age group wasn't even really tapped into it like how he was. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different generations and different. But if you mention certain people to somebody like academics or even like Flocko, he don't even be knowing who these people be. If you go before that era of the young boys crashing out.
Yeah.
So
Hold
that's
up.
what
First of all, let me say rest in peace to my man Howard. That's Academics' older cousin. Academics used to live with him in East Orange. My man Howard, he got murdered. He got the N-word. This was back in the early 2000s, man. Like 2000 and he got taken out. I was in prison, so it had to be like 2000, 2001. He got taken out by some dudes in Baltimore. He had a rim shop out there. That's Academics' first cousin. That's how, because I didn't even realize who Academics was until my man told me, yo, shout out to Max V World, you know what I'm saying? He told me, he's like, yo, you remember the fat little kid that's running around Howard House? His little cousin? The one that I was asking for candy and snacks and shit? He's like, yeah. He's like, that's Academics, man. All right, stop playing. And that's a real shit, yo. Yo, I'm telling you, it's crazy, but you know how everything come full circle, man. Academics was a private school brat, bro. He went to private school.
Man, but you got when you look at all the ones we break down, when you break them down, bro, all of them have been to school. All of them are not street, like Twiz is saying, got up a T.I. shit.
Like Jadakiss.
Right. So what we end up doing is because they're rapping, because they're rapping, and it's so real to us because they're actually they're there. You know what I'm saying? They in the hood. They're seeing exactly what's going on too. The difference is they're able to put it in a song, and we get connected with them just on your man.
Yo, Brick City Touch said, question, is it cool to call a person a rat if you're a rat also?
Not enough to know that. The industry knows majority of, like now they got all these young kids now that are into that rod wave, that melodic stuff, that depressed stuff. Man, look here, the industry knows, you know, what to put out, what not to put out. The problem is we find out too late. Because like we all said, it's not only just there, it's everywhere. Look at it when it came down to Big O. I mean whatchamacallit, Big U. So you got Big U. I mean, it's everywhere, bro. It's nowhere in the world, again, you could be talking that street stuff. And then when them dudes get up
Let me ask you. Pause. Let me ask you a question. Rick
Yeah.
City Touch said, "Question: Is it cool to call a person a rat if you're a rat?"
No, I think the reason that's my whole thing is I think they do it because they both know. And it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you tell on that person first, it takes away from you. But they both tell it because, again, only people that know. Think about now, all of a sudden it's coming out. They talking about now, Ralo talking about he can drop a text message or he got stuff in his phone. Like, what are you talking about? But before then, you didn't do that. You just kept quiet. Now, since Thug came out, it's almost like, okay, let's do him like this. Because I really feel like Thug was more upset because they didn't let him go connected to Gunna. I think that's what Gunna was like. Look, I don't want to be connected because think about it. If they both told on people, they would still blow up because they would be cool with each other. But the fact that he beefing with them is crazy. But I'm 1,000% don't understand that. If you a rat, you need to be quiet. Go somewhere. Like, why are you telling on another rat? Or I mean, you miss company though.
The rat calling the kettle rat. Rat.
Let me ask you a question. So what y'all think about what's the nigga name? Other rapper out there, y'all.
Your audio messed up, Born.
Audio messed up. You hear me now?
No, it's kind of like you far away.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you good now.
All right. What y'all think about the other boy? What's his name? Lil Baby. How you feel about rats and how his name been dressing in halter tops and biking Daisy Duke shorts and shit with Tim on? And he call everybody a rat.
Well, I feel like the feds is on Lil Baby really bad, and he done figured out because he a street dude, right? So real street dudes ain't saying nothing. Think about it. Ain't nobody over there saying nothing except the ones that quote unquote, like I said, YFN Lucci. The street dudes ain't saying nothing. It's the dudes like, say for instance, Lil Baby thinking because he a street dude, like we would think, if your homeboy and said, man, don't fuck with them, man, because he a rat, you gonna ride with him. And then you find out, damn, this nigga, I thought this nigga was a real nigga, but he really ain't. I mean, you see it every day. So my thing is, I feel like because they keep putting him in the conversation, well, yeah, Lil Baby this and what did Lil Baby think? And now you got Ralo saying Lil Baby, like almost they want him to come out and say something. Where you say something, now you're a part of the group. As far as like now you in the conversation. And I don't think he too street to want to, he like, man, y'all niggas beefing. Like I said, my motto is if you beefing, you cannot make money. None of them dudes making money. All them dudes is trying to figure out how to get money now, but they all beefing with each other.
That's a fact.
Because
Quiz, what you think about it?
talk this QCP, that's why it's kind of like fucked up for Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? Lil Baby gotta,
Remember, play that. Go, Born, see if you can find. It just dropped last night. 21 Savage, Young Thug auto conversation.
All right, hold on. I'm about to find right now.
Yeah, because Savage tried to tell him like, bro, you had it wrong about Pete, and basically almost threw a wedge between. I think that's how it was, a wedge between Pete and Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Young Thug conversation. Young Thug phone call. Hold up.
Yeah, 21 Savage, praise the work.
Let me go right here, y'all.
Abilities.
Dirk said something to him, but that's it. Like Wham ain't doing all that. Like Wham unfollowed him. Yeah, I mean, that's just that little boy.
All right, so more on this Young Thug topic, man. This is crazy, man. Now, Atlanta hip hop has been turned upside down because of all the snitch allegations that have been going out there towards Young Thug. A lot of snitch allegations being thrown out there now about QCP. All sorts of people are getting caught up in this situation. And you've got some of the biggest rap artists in the hip hop game speaking on the phone to each other and getting caught on calls where they're calling each other rats, they're calling each other out. And this is a wild situation that's taking place. I'm going to be real. On all social media, you see on the Atlanta pages and on TikTok and X, all over the place, you see people talking about this situation because it's impacting the Atlanta hip hop scene that much. Because unlike a lot of other hip hop scenes, Atlanta, once you make it in Atlanta, you're basically at the top of hip hop, right? You're like one of the biggest, most sought after artists in the world. So when you start talking about your 21 Savages, your Lil Babies, your Young Thugs, your Gunners, you're talking about the top of hip hop. These guys work directly with Drake. These guys work directly with any of the top artists you could think. They pretty much write their own checks and make their own way throughout the rap game at this point. You know what I mean? But what's being revealed today is a telephone call between 21 Savage and Young Thug. And in this telephone call, it looks like 21 Savage and Young Thug are getting into it. And you won't even believe what for. It looks like 21 Savage is actually sticking up for Gunna. Now, I'm not sure when this took place, but this was obviously right after artists start unfollowing Gunna. People start shunning Gunna in the game. And 21 Savage was not feeling that at all. He was not about that, man. So he gets on this phone call with Young Thug, and he's kind of giving it to him. Pause. But he's letting him know, like, yo, man, what y'all doing to Gunna is out of bounds, man. And I don't know if that's because he believes Gunna really didn't rat, and what he did was by taking that Alfred plea really wasn't snitching, according to a lot of people in the streets. But it's wild that this thing has come to fruition, or these tapes are starting to be released, because it's a lot coming out about Young Thug lately. Young Thug has been battling these snitch allegations since mid last week, man. So all week, the last couple of days, I should say. And Atlanta's been talking, hip hop has been talking, and it's turning things upside down. This is a crazy situation, man, because you got to understand what pedestal people put their rappers in Atlanta on. Like when it came to Young Thug, he was their guy. He was one of the guys who was leading the city. Like he was following his Baby, Lil Durk. Everybody, let me let this play all the way through.
Wham unfollowed him. Yeah, but I mean, that's just that little boy. That ain't really saying that to no. Yeah, that's like, damn, I'm disappointed. Yeah, but that's still. Now, that's I ain't saying they wrong. I'm just saying because they come to gun. Niggas supposed to have a conversation with you so they yeah, but Wham did though. I talked to Wham. So we get on the phone. Hey, you told Buddy them do that? All right, hell no. He's like, all right, say listen. Say listen. I ain't off the clock. I want to have you got type. I ain't finna say nothing about you on the internet. I ain't finna let the world know I ain't until just say something. But you know, that's what they supposed to did. Like, but ain't nobody niggas trying to go at him to get clout. Yes, they have. Dirt.
Yeah, for sure, 21 Savage is sticking up for Gunna in this situation, man. And he's making some valid points. I'm going to be real. Because it does seem like when everybody started to unfollow Gunna, it was quick, man. It was quick. And to say that, they didn't give it a chance to think it through or to talk to Young Thug is obvious, because at that time, Young Thug was still locked up, remember? and Lil Baby, Lil Durk, everybody just started unfollowing him. All sorts of rappers and things, calling him rat and stuff like that, sneak dissing him, calling him a rat. It just made it too obvious that they
Hold
was
on,
against Gunna.
one
Now
question,
Gunna's
y'all.
been all right, so I hate to paint him like he's some sort of victim in this situation because
Twist.
Gunna's all right, man.
Yo, boy.
Yo, Twist. They did 21-7 Rat 2.
You said who else in Rat?
Then 21 Savage Rat 2.
21 Savage. Yeah, my shit sound fucked up. I don't know if it's on my
I
end.
think that's yours.
21 Savage.
That's yours, boy.
That's born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking my jaw going crazy. I'm like, what the heck happened? I'm checking my phone. Your jaw messed up bad, Born. I don't know if it might be your mic plug or something like that. It sounds real bad. I could, like, you in the Matrix for real.
Yeah, hear me now? Hear me now?
Sound like you in a tunnel, nigga. You in a
Can you hear me now?
You in slow motion and everything on that joint. I don't know what's going on.
Now I said.
Your joint bad still.
Hold on one
Your joint
second.
bad, boy. We can't hear you. Like, your joint sound crazy.
Yeah, boy, it sound crazy. It was dragging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yo.
No. It
Nah,
sound like I'm in a dream right now or something.
Yeah, you talking slow, like it's really slow.
Yeah. They got you on Wizard of Oz audio right now.
Yo, Born, man, what's going on over there?
That sound chopped and screwed.
Yeah.
Sipping on that lean.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Nope.
Got it?
So
we can hear you.
Yo.
They messing with the live,
yeah,
yo.
they mess with the live, boy. They got your mic on Hennessy mode right now. Your joint is crazy. To go to that comment, Brick City Tut, like he said, you know, you absolutely right, Brick City Tut, because we gotta look at it like this. A lot of street guys, you can be in the streets, but not being in yeah, now you clear.
Yeah, you good now.
You good now. You rolling now. See, a lot of street guys be in the streets, but don't be just because you could be out hustling. You might catch a little hustle case,
Yo, can
something
you hear
light
me?
or whatever. Yeah, you
we can hear
good.
you.
You good. You good now.
You on the mic now.
Yeah, you doing rolling now. But a lot of people don't. You got most street guys. They back not up against the wall, so a lot of people's never put in the position where they thought they might have had the right. That's the thing with the streets.
Yo.
I don't know if
His
you can hear
music
us
is doing
now.
great. He's the kind of the key holder of that style. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy who really, if you want that style, and you, most of them, all of them, because I look at this picture and you see Young Thug, you see 21 Savage, you see Lil Babies in that bottom left corner, and in the bottom right corner is Lil Durk. All of them have benefited off of working with Gunna and working with that sound. To be real, Young Thug.
Yeah. Go ahead and some. Yeah. Yo, Twiz, you hear?
I can hear. Can y'all can't hear me?
Gonna refine that sound, but he is really the guy who's the head of that sound. You know what I'm saying? Who really makes that sound pop and make it current and make it what it is today. You know, so it's like these guys working together. They could have all just kept quiet, like 21 Savage said. If they would have all just kept quiet, and just waited for Young Thug to comment on it before they made any type of comment, any type of move, or start dismissing anybody, everybody could have probably got back to working together, and they probably could have got back to the money. Gunna, he's gonna do good regardless because he's got good music. But with everybody working together like they were previously, all 5 of these artists, all it would have did was helped each other. But man, you know, sometimes that's just how cats are, man. I don't know what it is, but there'll always be somebody or something that's going to divide the group, man. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not. But let's listen to this some more.
Dirk said something to him, but that's it. Like, Wham ain't doing all that. Like,
Wham unfollowed him.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just that little boy. That ain't really saying that to no.
Yeah,
That's
but
just like, damn, I'm disappointed.
You see?
Yeah, but that's still
But guess what, though? That
what
makes
your
you.
position is, right?
But
I ain't saying they wrong. I'm just saying,
Yeah, they jumped the gun. But
niggas supposed to have a conversation with people they agree.
Yeah, but Wham did though. I talked to Wham so we get on the phone. Hey, you told Buddy them do that? All right, hell no. He's like, all right, stay lit.
This game